Alright, all praise to Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Alright, the name of this, like, lesson, and Lord willing, it's going to be, like, another, like, ongoing series. Alright, it's called the Red Letter Rampage. Alright, the words of Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Alright, I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get, just like a just go through the Gospels, and then, it's like certain quotes. Alright, from Yahawashi himself, like throughout the scriptures, all his, like most of his like famous quotes. Alright, and then I just like give like the breakdown of them. Alright, but I'm gonna start out with alright, Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Actually, I'm gonna start at start at the beginning of the chapter. Alright, Matthew 4:1. Then was Yahawashi led up to the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward in hunger. Alright, just fasting like one day will take a toll on you, maybe like 1, 2, 3 days. Like it'll, you'll be able to like do it, but as far as like 40 days is roughly so-called like over an entire month. So it's like a month and some change of atonement, basically. Alright, so of course like he's gonna be like weak, hungry. He was still in the flesh and everything. Alright, but like the Satan came to try to like test his integrity. Verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. Alright, so alright, just use your spiritual power. Alright, and and all that, just like that. Also, he later says like it is written, like you shouldn't like tempt the Lord and all that. Like like a lot of like just like like sometimes like evangelicals will come up to the camp and scoff, and they'll say shit like alright, so how many miracles have you performed? Or how many people have you healed? How many people have you healed? How many people have you so-called like saved or whatever? Or like alright, because like they like that vainglory, or they pretend to exercise like demons and all that, or whether it be like evangelicals or like like the Roman Catholic priests with their like holy water and their crosses and all that. Alright, but at a certain point when we Lord willing, when the elect receives that spiritual power, alright, we're gonna be able to like do things like that. Alright, but alright, even like Yahawashi, he had the ability to like just like he could have been rescued from that crucifixion, but that's something he had to go through in order to fulfill prophecy. Alright, but as far as so I remember one time like alright, this like simple like old head like Benjamin, like he this was when I was like teaching alone and all that, like he grabbed a piece of my garment, alright, and then he was like, am I healed now or whatever? Alright, but alright, it's just like this type of like madness and foolishness you have to deal with when you go out on the highways and byways. Alright, but I'm going to start back at Matthew 4:3. And when the tempter came, alright, to him, and he said, If thou be the Son of Man, Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. Alright, so what that scripture means, alright, is that of course, like our bodies, like in order to we need like food and water. We can go like a certain amount of days like without like eating, and then like a certain amount of days without like having any like water and everything. And that's what those that's what our vessels at this point like need in order to survive. Alright, but as far as the spirit is concerned, alright, these scriptures are this is scriptural food. Alright, that's why That's why the alright the like the word it's compared to it's compared to like new wine. Right, it's compared to like water, like rivers of living water. It's compared to it's like food, bread, and meat in general, like milk, sincere milk, like right, and that's how you have to like take in the scriptures, because like the milk is just like the basics. Like you start out as far as like you know, like the curses, like what the Israelites look like, alright, and then you go on to you know, like America being destroyed, like certain it's like prophecies, the right, the history and all that. Alright, and then like the meat, you know, like the like the really deep breakdowns, like you know, certain chapters of Second Ezra's and like Daniel and all that. Alright, which you know, it takes a while to get like just like well versed in all the intricacies of all those precepts and breakdowns. Like it's like as far as like that it's kind of like doing a really like a really like complex like you know, like as far as like kung fu, for example, that they have this like thing called like the southern style and all that. Alright, it's just like step after step in each like position and movement and all that. Alright, it's just like it took me like forever to like I remember I remember like next to like diddly squat as far as like that goes, but like those are like the meatier and like deeper, like the deeper realms of the scripture. But it's all food. Like it all feeds you once you get that proper understanding. But that's why he also said that like he'll like sup with you. Like he's not at the we're not at like the dinner table. Like and part of like having like being at a dinner table is having like a good conversation with you know, like whether it be family, friends, or whatever. Alright, but like when you're when you're studying the scriptures, right? It's like you're having that conversation with Yahawashi, if he's dealing with you. Alright, so alright, and that's pretty much. And I even had like I had this one guy I met, like he had a procedure where he'd like fast like fast every Monday or whatever. Or when he was like studying the scriptures, actually he got the sensations as if like he was like being full from eating a meal. Like even though he was fasting all day, but he was like dealing with the scriptures like while he was fasting. So that's another thing. Alright, because like in these like scriptures, it's it's to do with like life. Alright, with that I want to say all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Alright, double honors to the apostles at GMS. Alright, and Shalom.